Okay, folks, it is Friday, the 23rd of June, 2023. I hope everyone's doing well. I would just having a look at the Dixie here, daily bars, spot rate of the dollar index. So see, we've kind of come up to that 2020 high, found some resistance. For me, on the daily bars, this is the real area to be long or short. Now it's a huge area, so it's very hard to get your day trade on for your euro or your dollar with such a big area, but it's better than nothing. And I think we need to now find generally over the next week, we would need to either look for pullbacks on the 102 spot 50s to then bid on.
It's too high. Getting it down is the top job.
Or then look for a breakdown on this. And really, for me, actually, the jump point for this market has very much been this 101 spot 95s, which was the high here and it was the low there, right? So the bifurcation of the market there, finding bids again after such good acceptance up, pull back test, and up we go. Did I master that trade? Did I take that trade? I did not take that trade. So we're Monday morning referees there on dollar. Okay, what else is happening here? Looking at broadly across the indices first, look at the NASDAQ now. Really strong area in gray, 15,168. I mean, needless to say that these the downside was hit there yesterday, 14,895, sorry, 985s, 14,985s, and then bringing in the buyers to close out the session there from the open. So it sold down in Europe and then lifted up in the US, but failing to hold that 15,168 and the PVAH 15,175s this morning. Target very much is 15,080s. And because we are imbalanced down of this area, I think we're going lower. We're going way lower here. So, I think look out for the 985s to trade again today and beyond. Okay, and beyond. All right. So I put the probability of us coming up here, finding support, and then going bid as 30% right now, to be honest. I don't think it's happening. We saw a couple of tech stocks getting pretty beaten up yesterday. Nvidia, whoever's late buying that thing is paying for it now. And, we're waiting for the pullback here, 43.86s. I'm talking with or watching a friend of mine, Imran's videos. He's also looking at this window here of opportunity for the SPOOs to pull back onto.
Dislocation as it addresses inflation.
And actually, while we're here, we could probably actually just look at what that window would be on the pullback. Yeah, it's going to be sort of into, well, actually, we could probably go from this low up to there, which would actually, up to where we're closing there. See all the excess here on the lows, right? See all that excess on the lows. So if we reverse down into here, I think we're going to put in excess here and end up doing a lot of closing at it around 43, 43, 3/4. And then we're going to end up doing one of these. Okay. Now that's notwithstanding headline risk, obviously to the downside, but that's really what I'm looking at for SPOOs. So I'm not ready to trade yet on SPOOs. So yeah, that's going to be, down in here, right? Down in here. Now, I think we have done a great job of trying to hold on to this area, especially this morning on the 43.97s, but I just think it's a little bit heavy. And I mean, I'm not going to be taking a short here until we break range expansion to the downside on yesterday's low, and then it pulls back, and maybe then I'll be looking to sell 44.04s, which is eval. On the Dow, similar stuff going on. I think I would potentially be a seller well, I actually would, maybe on the PVAL 31,150s for a short there. I just think it, as long as it can't a bit over 127s, if it does, I think it'll get sold down to the 33,939s. And then oil, looking at oil this morning, I think it's tricky, but we are skewed to the downside here. So let's just go to the weeklies. We are imbalanced down on a higher time frame. I'll actually look at gold here as well where we're at it. Just get oil to update there. So there we go. And we'll just update here, get that like that, and then normalize this out a little bit. Okay. So yeah, essentially I think we're going to probably breach what was yesterday's low around the 67.34s and get a party on to the downside. There's quite actually a nice bit of liquidity here. 67.34s would be the high. This little high here, see that little high back from November 22 or 20 sorry, 22nd of November 2021. And it's not a hard level. As you can see, it's been breached multiple times. It's just kind of a temperature check. And in fact, well, I'll leave it on. I'll leave it on for now. Well, no, excuse my French. I'll just take it off. I think the much more important level is the 63.56s for the pullback there. So what else can we look at? I think bids on oil to 69.35s will be sold, and I think we're going to make a new low in the week today. So let's see. It's I mean, you don't want to see really good support coming in 68.43s. If you do, even if you do, I think selling 69.10s is going to be where it's at, to be honest. All right, and then gold is we've seen the euro getting wrecked this morning. French PPIs, or what was it, French PMIs coming out pretty hot. Manufacturing PMIs 45.5 beat on 45.4. A little stiffer than we'd like here in Europe, but there you go. It is what it is. So down we go in the euro, up we went in the dollar, but now we kind of got to take it back, right? We've got to come back in the Dixie. We've got to come back in that Dixie, and got to come back up a wee bit here on the euro. And with that, gold is up 0.5%. BPB long, that's what we do. Look at that trade. It is a screamer to the upside here. That gas also dropping out from pretty decent high level there. So I think the movement on dollar is a little bit immaterial for oil, to be honest. You have seen oil getting sold down on that strength, but now I think you want to watch out. If we pull back to VWAP on the dollar, it may rebid, and in that case, it's going to be oil then to sell down again. All right, seeing bonds on the highs here. All right, listen, be lucky, stay safe, have a fantastic weekend, and I'll check you next week. All right, cheers.